Welcome, everyone. In today's class, we honor the autumn equinox, a powerful turning point where light and dark come together into perfect balance. Just as nature shifts from the outward energy of the summer to the grounding, reflective qualities of fall, we too are invited to pause and release what no longer serves us and create space for rest and renewal. This practice will be lightly energizing yet gentle, helping you to feel rooted, balanced, and aligned with the rhythm of the season. Let's begin. Find a comfortable seat. Rest your hands either on your knees or in your lap. And then take a deep breath in, roll your shoulders up and back and down. As you feel ready, begin to close your eyes softly. Beginning today's practice with a balance in breath, take a couple of rounds of just a nice gentle breath in through the nose and a releasing breath out both nostrils. Repeat, breathe in and breathe out. One more time like this. Breathe in through the nose. And exhale out your nose. Breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath in. Out the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the breath out. Inhale the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the breath in. And exhale out your nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Retention. We call it kumbhaka in yoga. Breathe in the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath retention, kumbhaka. Out the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Prepare for your last cycle. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it in. Out the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the breath out. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it all go. Keep your eyes closed for just a few more moments. Taking that calm and peace that we have established to set our intentions for today's flow, for our today's practice. Any intention that comes to mind in connection to releasing what no longer serves us, cherishing our accomplishments, and preparing our mind and body for a calmer, more nourishing season ahead. On your next inhale, blink your eyes open, and then let's begin moving. Take your right hand next to your hip and just take a big stretch, reaching your left arm all the way up and overhead. You can go ahead and find a little bit of movement here into your left hand. A little bit of a rotation, maybe open and close your hands, create some circulation. And then let's see if we can really open up the left armpit, maybe gaze up towards the left hand as we give it a little bit of a bigger reach over to the right. Pushing the left hip down. One last big inhale here. And exhale, stay. On the inhale, lift up to straight spine, both arms reaching up and overhead. And then take your left hand down this time, and with a nice long spine, reach up and over to the left side, reaching with your right hand this time. Again, finding some movements, anything that feels good. Let go of some cracking, create some circulation, a little bit better blood flow in your right hand. And again, see if you can spin that right armpit a bit more up towards the ceiling and reach with the fingertips a bit further apart to the left. Right hip stays connected, grounding down to the floor. One last inhale. Exhale to stay. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Beautiful. Now release your hands back down onto your knees. And with an inhale, think of cat-cow. Push your heart forward, lift your heart, your chest. Elbows pushing down and back, shoulder blades squeezing together. On an exhale, round into the spine, tuck your chin to the chest, and see if you can even hang a little bit from your knees, just holding on with your hands. Inhale again, like a wave, lift and open up through the heart, the sternum, the chest. And exhale, tuck your chin to the chest, round into the upper back body. As you begin to waken up through the spine, move in your own pace now. Each inhale, lift and lengthen. And each exhale, come back into curling into yourself. 2 more times. Breathing in to open. And exhale to round. Nice. Let's do that 1 more time. And exhale, round yourself in. Beautiful. Come back up into a straight spine, and then just go ahead and flip whichever shin is in front. And we're going to go for Sufi circles in both directions, starting off leaning to the right, coming to the front, and then leaning over to the left as you circle back. Good. 2 more times, off to the right. Coming all the way full circle around. 1 more time. And as you come to the back, stop and pause for a moment so that you can reverse, going the other direction, clockwise now. Off to the left at first, and then over to the right and back 2 more times. That's it. Good. Last time. Beautiful. And then find your way back to a straight spine. And we're going to come all the way into a forward fold. So take your hands towards the front of the mat and then make your way into a hip width forward fold. Beautiful. You may release the hands from the mat, maybe holding on or interlacing the hands into your elbow creases. And then gentle sways side to side may feel pretty amazing. Make sure that you're not locking the knees as you do so. 2 more breaths. That's it. Neck long, jaw soft. And then go ahead and release your fingertips back down to the mat. On an inhale, lift up halfway, maybe sliding the hands up the fronts of your shins, knees bend, spine long. Exhale, fold and round into yourself. Bend the knees, open up the arms with a straight spine, lift yourself all the way up to standing. And on the exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. We'll be flowing through 3 rounds of Sun Salutation A, making our focus the breath. So as we begin, take a deep breath in, circle the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale with bent knees, hinge from your hips, fold forward and down. Straighten your spine, lengthen. And then plant your hands down, step back, both feet lower on your exhale all the way down to the ground, hugging the elbows down by the ribs. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift for a baby cobra, hugging the elbows in, shoulders away from the ears. Pause here. Breathe. Neck is nice and long, nose is tilting down towards the top end of your mat. One more breath in here. One more breath out. Release your forehead to the mat, tuck your toes under. Push back and up with tucked toes into a child's pose. Big breath out. On the inhale, lift up to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Stay. Maybe lengthen through the backs of the legs by pedaling your heels down, taking alternate sides down towards the mat. Fingers are pressing firmly into the mat at the front of your mat, spreading fingers wide. Neck is relaxed, nose pointing towards your knees. Awesome. Now, walk your hands all the way back towards your feet, coming into that forward fold Uttanasana at the back of your mat. Take a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, circle the arms all the way back up, coming to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Fantastic. Let's continue. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, maybe swan dive all the way forward and down. Flat back. Hands to the mat and crawl yourself forward into your plank pose. Repeat what we just did, or place your knees, chest, and chin down to the ground, elbows still hugging into the ribs. And then inhale into your cobra pose. Lift the chest, the heart to your degree. Exhale, release all the way down. Tuck your toes, push back into toes tucked child's pose for a moment. On the inhale, come back up into your downward facing dog. Breathing 3 breaths in downward facing dog, either finding stillness or continuing to move in a way that serves your body. Remember, you never have to push the knees into a locked position. Keep a nice gentle bend so that you can lengthen out of the lower back. Last inhale. Last exhale. Look forward and take a couple of steps all the way up towards the front of the mat. Take your flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, coming up for our last round. Reach, reach, reach. Hands together in front of the heart. Beautiful. Continue. Last time, Sun Salutation A. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, bend your knees, fold forward and down. Flat back, lengthen the spine. Again, step back into your plank position. Knees, chest, chin down to the ground. Lower all the way, or if you feel ready, chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale into your upward facing dog or cobra at this time. And then exhale, this time straight back into downward facing dog. Beautiful, you guys. Let's take a few breaths here in down dog again. Finding stillness or movement, whatever feels best here. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to sweep that left leg all the way up. And like we did with our hand, let's move a little bit into that left foot, left ankle. Finding a little bit of movement, a space, releasing any tension. And then look forward and see if you can step that left foot all the way up in between your hands. Rising up on your next inhale, finding a high lunge. We're just passing through to open up to warrior 2. So spinning that back foot flat. Open up, find warrior 2. Adjust your clothing if you need to, and then take a peek out over your left fingertips. Breathing here, shoulders are relaxed, arms are strong, left knee stacks over the left ankle. And on an inhale, we're going to flip that left palm and reverse our warrior, coming into peaceful warrior. Right hand slides down the back of that, or outside of that right leg. Left arm reaches all the way up and overhead, while at the same time, the left knee stays nice and bent. Take a beautiful big breath in here. Good. Exhale to stay. Inhale, come back up into warrior two. That's it. Take a transitional breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Bend your left elbow now, coming into side angle. Parshva Konasana. We're going to take that right arm up and overhead, finding length in the right side body this time. And then here, you just have a light connection between the left elbow and the left knee. As again, you spin that right armpit open up to the ceiling. Big inhale here. Full exhale out. Nice. Inhale, come all the way back up to warrior two. We're now going to take those three poses and create a little bit of a warrior dance flow. On an inhale, flip your left hand, reverse. And as you exhale, you're going to come into your side angle. Beautiful. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale into your reverse. Inhale into warrior two. Exhale into your side angle. Let's do that one more time, stoking that little bit of fire. Inhale, transition to warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Last time, side angle. Fantastic. On an inhale, come all the way up into your warrior two. And then extend that left leg. Turn your left toes to face the top front corner of your mat on the left, and then spin your right heel in to do the same on your right foot. Bend your knees. Set both hands onto your knees, and let's go for a little bit of a shoulder dip here. This should feel amazing in your spine. Right arm stays nice and long as the right shoulder dips down and in towards the left knee. Inhale back to center. Same on the other side. Left arm nice and long as you push your left shoulder to the right knee. Let's do that 2 more times on each side. Back to center. Exhale, dip, right shoulder. Back to center. Over to the other side. Back to center. Over to the other side. And inhale back to center. Fantastic. Let's extend our legs and let's continue with that warrior dance flow to the right side. Let's now take this into the other side. So we're going to turn ourselves towards the back of our mat, spin onto the left toes, bring the fingertips down. Slide the right leg back and up straight into your downward facing dog so that you can release that right ankle and right foot now. Giving it some circular movement, some pointing and flexing, crunching the toes. That's it. And then looking up in between your hands, step your right foot back up to the front. Spin, don't spin, come up straight into your high lunge. Big breath in. And then spin your back heel flat and open up to warrior two, now facing your right knee. Fantastic. Shoulders relax. Stacking your spine directly over your hips, right knee over the right ankle. On an inhale, flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. This time left hand down the back of the left leg. Reach, reach, reach through the right hand. Inhale here. Exhale to stay. Inhale, come back through warrior two. And then exhale, side angle. Reaching your left arm up and overhead, finding that expansion through the left side of your ribs. Right elbow resting gently on the right knee. Big inhale here. Exhale, stay. Inhale back into your warrior two. Taking this, turning it into a little warrior dance. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to stay. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Feel the burn in your quad and thigh. Exhale, side angle. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to reverse. Last time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, come back up into your warrior two. Gaze out over your right fingers. And extend that right leg. Beautiful. Turn all 10 toes to face the front of your mat. Interlacing the hands behind your lower back. Push the knuckles down. If your palms connect, fantastic. If not, no problem. Lift the chest, the heart. Push into your outer edges of the feet and fold forward and down. Reaching your knuckles up and overhead, shoulders pulling away from the ears, and then continue pushing firmly, knees bent or not, into that right and left pinky toe side of your foot. Good. Let's take one more deep breath in here. Open mouth, exhale. And then release the fingertips, let them lower down onto your lower back. Maybe patting down the backs of your legs all the way to the feet. Slide your hands to the center. Hands under the shoulders, lift up halfway. And then walk your hands into facing the front side of your mat in a runner's lunge. That's it. Lower down the right knee. And then release the top of the right foot. Hands can stay on the ground. You could use some blocks for support to lift the earth up a bit. Or if you feel like climbing up with your hands onto your left knee, you could do this. Or if you want to take it even further, reach your arms all the way up overhead, finding a little bit of a stretch and lengthening sensation in that front right hip crease. Make sure your right knee is pushing far back and you're not putting a lot of weight onto the kneecap, but a bit more towards where the muscle attaches to the knee. Big breath in here. Big breath out. As we exhale, we can either open up to the left, reaching the left arm forward and the left arm back and the right arm forward, or we could place the left hand on top of that left knee, maybe even taking a gaze back towards that left hand. Let's take one more breath in here. One more breath out. On an inhale, circle your body forward, lift both arms up, and exhale, place your hands back down onto the ground. We're going to tuck the right toes under, lifting ourselves up, and then we're going to step the left leg back into downward facing dog, taking a beautiful deep breath in here. And an exhale out. Looking forward, take your right foot up in between your hands. Lower the left knee down, far back as possible. Untuck the back toes. Again, find your variation of low lunge. And breathe. Shoulders soft, face relaxed, fingers straight up, hands open like suns shining and rays pointing away from the center. Take another inhale here, and then find your twist. Either way, maybe open arm twist, or placing that left hand onto your right knee to gain a little bit of a deeper rotation, maybe even gazing back to that right hand. Beautiful. Let's take one last breath in here. That's it. And then releasing back, facing the front of your mat. And on an exhale, place your hands down, framing that right foot. Tuck the back toes under, lift your left leg, and then just step your right leg back into your plank pose. Open the knees a little wider than hip width, untuck the toes, Pointing the toes together, sending the hips back, finding child's pose. Child's pose resembling that transition between the fire of the practice and now turning a little bit more to the yin part, the cooling part, the female energy, lunar energy away from the solar power. Softness in your face, softness in your hands. Maybe it feels nice to flip the palms upwards. Maybe it feels nice to rock the head a few times, right to left. Take one more breath in here. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Push back up onto your hands, lift yourself up, and then go ahead and come into a seat with the legs straight forward. Coming into a seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Inhale to lift the arms up overhead. And on an exhale, see if you can hinge from the hips with a nice straight spine. And then release the hands down either to catch your shins, your knees, or maybe the feet. Lift and lengthen on your next inhale. And as you exhale, allow for the upper body to round, chin to chest, and then see if you can fold forward. No forcing, just listening to the body, allowing for the entire posterior chain of muscles, all the muscles from the heels up towards the back of the ears, to lengthen, to release. Continue to breathe in and out of your nose here. One last deep inhale in. And releasing exhale out. Vertebra by vertebra, slowly roll back up. And then from here, go ahead and find a position lying down on your back. If you have a block nearby, maybe see if you can grab it and have it ready as support. If you don't have a block, that's fine too. We're going to come into bridge pose. You can do that either by supporting your hips and putting them up onto the block or without any support. If you're doing it without support, bring the feet about hip width distance, arms alongside your body, palms can face up or down, and then roll your lower back down to the mat, lengthen the spine, and begin to push into the heels as you lift up your hips, keeping the knees parallel. We're going to stay here for about 30 seconds or so. So if you have a block, you could slide that on the lowest or second height underneath your tailbone. And then find a little bit more of a restorative variation of your bridge pose. If you're not resting on a block, you can take breaks anytime you need. Otherwise, we're here for about 5 more full rounds of breath. On your next inhale, if you're resting on a block, lift the hips up high. And then as we exhale, we're all going to slowly release the spine, the lower back, and the glutes back down towards the floor. Walk your feet as wide as your mat. Take your arms up into a cactus shape and then drop your knees over to the right, to the left, windshield wiper motion. Few more times, right and left. Once more to the right. And last time to the left. Come back to center, hug your knees in towards the chest. Give it a little bit of a circular releasing motion for the lower back, circling the knees one way and then the other. Again, finding that cactus shape, or now extending your arms if you have the space, and drop your knees over to the right side, coming into a reclining twist. Right hand can rest on top of that right knee, and then your head could turn towards the left side as you're trying to lengthen the spine and also connect that left shoulder blade towards the mat. Finding your attention in the area of your navel as you breathe in. Take a deep inhale, filling your belly with air. And then releasing out the nose or the mouth as you exhale. 2 more times. Deep, full belly breath. Exhale to let go. 1 more time. Big breath in. And full breath out. On an inhale, turn the head back to center. Allow for the knees to follow. And then let's have that twist to the other side. Drop the knees over to the left. And then connecting hand on top of the right knee. Wiggling your shoulders away from the hips. Let your head drop if that feels comfortable. And really come back into that big belly breath here. That big belly breath is almost like a switch that you're using in your brain, giving the nervous system that signal to really switch out of the active mode, so to say, and switching into what we call the parasympathetic part of the nervous system, where we rest, restore, rejuvenate, and relax. Last time, big breath in and full breath out. Take your nose back straight to the ceiling, let the knees follow, and then on an inhale, curl yourself in towards the knees. Make yourself as nice and small as possible. Take a full deep breath in here. And on the exhale, relax the legs out long, arms out long, finding your way into final relaxation, Shavasana. Eyes closed, breath naturally flowing in and out of the nose, palms up, feet gently falling outwards. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Again, a full inhale and a long releasing exhale. Feel yourself supported, the earth, the mat underneath you completely holding without you needing to do anything. As we honor the autumn equinox today, notice the balance within, the balance between effort and ease, between holding on and letting go, between light and dark. With each exhale, imagine releasing what no longer serves you, old habits, heaviness, and tension. Let it fall like autumn leaves. With each inhale, welcome nourishment, fresh air, grounding energy, and clarity. Picture yourself breathing in, surrounded by the crispness of the season. Rest here in stillness, honoring this moment of balance. Trust that, like the cycles of nature, you too are allowed to release, restore, and begin again. Stay here for a few more rounds of breath, simply being, nothing to change, nothing to do. Just be. Let your next inhale be a little bit deeper and the exhale longer. Gently rock your head side to side, beginning to wake up the body. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Give yourself a nice stretch. And on the exhale, hug your knees in towards the chest. Either find your way back into a seat by rocking up, or drop yourself over to the right side using your hands for support. Coming back up into a seat of your choice. Eyes still closed if possible. Hands together at the heart. Nice long spine, crown of the head pulling up, hips rooting down, spine rooting down. Gently bow your chin to your chest, taking a moment of gratitude towards the practice. My gratitude towards all of you practicing. May you have a wonderful night or day ahead. And I look forward to welcoming you back to another practice here at Yoga with Sina. On an inhale, blink the eyes back open. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste.